popping pussy like pimples. Send my brother like kinfolk. You get spun in the simple.
These animals, you have a fire officer, a mechanical officer, and a vet who are all looking out for the best welfare of the animals in the most state-of-the-art security facility that I have ever seen.
Enough with the technology. Let's go check out one of the coolest animals in the entire world.
This entire trip and this entire place has been one of these things where dreams for me are coming true, and I'm actually getting goosebumps and like butterflies in my stomach. I have never been like celebrity shy or anything like that, and right now I might freak out. They've said just go ahead, and if you'd like to interact with the okapis, these two have been born here. They're two very special okapis, and just go right in.
Approaching wildlife that you're unfamiliar with is unwise and be dangerous to the animal. But these okapis have been raised by Mavesh, who we'll meet a little bit later. So I trust his judgment, giving us the okay to get up close and personal.
One of the most shy, incredible, and elusive species closely related to the giraffe. In fact, they are the only pair of twin okapis that have ever been born and raised successfully in the entire world, and they're right here at Ventara. I'm gonna try very carefully to get close to one without upsetting it, but it's like, oh, I'm like jittery with excitement because this is an animal I've wanted to see up close my whole life. One really, really cool thing about okapis is they weren't even discovered until 1901. They were thought to be mythological, and when they were discovered, it was figured out how elusive they are, how shy they are, and because they're related to giraffes, they're browsers, so they pick all this vegetation with a tongue that's insane. It's 18 inches long, so and just look at them. I think they're like the most beautiful animal in the entire world. They are very shy. They're not nervous, as you can see by their body language, but they're not an animal that's gonna come up and try and rub up and nuzzle up against you. Super rare, endangered species, but even more than their rarity is their shyness and their elusiveness. The fact that basically you cannot get close to these animals in the wild at all, and this guy's just hanging out right here. These big, beautiful, waxy ears. Look at what it's like petting him. That's the grease that they emit from their coat to keep them water repellent. So one thing that's so incredible about okapis, outside of looking like something a child drew on a piece of paper, is with this 18-inch browser tongue, they're the only animal in the world that can take their tongue and clean the backside and inside of their ears and their eyeballs with their own tongue to keep them healthy, which is absolutely crazy.
That's crazy.
Look at him though, he's just so cute. I love him. I want to hug him and then my whole shirt will look like this, but boy, do I love you. Yes, I do.
As we finished up with the okapis,
That's awesome.
I got word that Arj is ready for a very special experience with my favorite animal on Earth. So let's go check it out.
Oh, Arj, no way.
This is what I was talking about.
Oh, gharial are literally my favorite animal in the entire world. How many are in here?
We have 32 subadults in this.
They're pretty shy, right?
They're very shy. They're not the most aggressive species of crocodile. They can give you a quick bite off to the side because they move left, right really fast.
Yep.
Obviously, you know why they have these long, slender snouts. It's because they're primarily fish eaters.
World-class fish eaters.
World-class fish eaters.
Yeah.
Really the very best.
Ooh,
Come
look
here.
sneaky. I like that. See that
sneaking
sideway
up at us.
move? No. No lunging.
He knows to stay. He
Yeah.
knows to stay. He's a good little croc.
Is that a boy?
Come down. This one looks like a boy to me.
Oh, so you have males in here.
Yeah, this is a mixed group, but they're not old enough to breed yet.
So I have to try that. I've never touched a gharial. I have to touch a gharial.
That's all.
Look at that. I have touched a gharial. I've touched a gharial. That's dream come true.
Again, this is very dangerous, and I'm risking losing a finger, but years of experience with crocodilians and with Arj by my side, I'm confident I'll be okay.
Look at this sneaky one. Hello. Ooh, that would be some stitches. Look at that. So in the wild, the males get absolutely huge. Oops.
This is probably the second largest or the third largest species of crocodilian.
In the entire world.
thing
In the
looks so
entire
funny.
world. The biggest gharial captured was 17 and a half or 18
Oh my
feet close
God.
to. So despite them being a fairly peaceful species, they get massive.
And they
That
can
would
cause
be
some trouble.
crazy.
A bite from one of those is
A
devastating.
bite from a big gharial would be very painful, but typically that would only happen if the animal is a male defending a clutch of babies. You've seen the images of gharial forming creches with the babies. So
Of course.
males,
Stop.
it's believed that males do that to advertise their suitability as potential parents. So
Interesting.
there are guardian males that oversee big groups of 200, 300, 400 babies at a stretch, and they're not necessarily the parents of half of those babies.
Ah.
That's just them signaling their suitability as a potential future mate for some of these females.
So the gharial, I learned this the last time I was here, is the type of Indian pot.
Ghara. The word ghara means pot. Ghara means pot.
And so that's what that little bulbous thing on the end of the nose is.
Correct. It looked like a pot to the initial lot of people who saw these animals. But it's got a lot more function than just being a visual. This thing, the males use it for sexual signaling. And aside from that, they're known to use that to amplify the calls that they make to females.
They're like...
Yeah, so it's a big part of their breeding process as well. So the bigger the ghada, the more attractive that male is to potential mates. So it's like peacocks or any other animal. It's all different forms of sexual signaling. The ghara plays a big role in gharial reproduction.
Well, this has been literally as much of a dream come true as working with any animal could be for me in my entire life. So I cannot say thank you enough for this.
Absolutely, you're welcome anytime. You want to take a look at any of our other reptiles also, just give me a shout and you know where to find me.
Sure, that would be amazing. Bye guys, you're the best. You're the best. One day I'll be back to see your babies. Oh, I just want to hug you even though you'd rip me to shreds.
After this incredible experience with the gharial, we decided to check out a hippo species that's been taking the world by storm.
This is MoonZone on steroids over here, right? So this is, what's funny is, of every animal that we've been around, this is probably the most dangerous one.
Exactly.
And as adorable and cute as this pygmy hippo looks, you were terrified. You were like, don't go in there.
Yeah, exactly. Because anytime they'll change their behavior.
What I know about hippos is big Nile hippos from where I'm from in Zimbabwe.
Yep.
They're not aggressive, they're nervous.
Yep.
So if they feel trapped at all, they come at you. How is that compared to a dwarf hippo?
These guys, anytime their mood changes.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah.
We can't believe, even if we are cleaning, they'll be hiding, they'll be coming very close to us, and they'll be immediately charging.
So they really are actually aggressive, not just defensive.
Very aggressive.
Interesting.
Exactly. Basically, we want all our animal to be wild. We are not playing with them, we are not taming them, nothing.
Right.
Just releasing them, just observing them.
Yep.
Look at that.
Oh, here she comes.
Yep.
Better back up. She's getting cheeky now. There we go. Good job. So take a look at that white secretion by her ear there. That is a natural sunscreen.
See.
So there we go. Now we're okay. For now. So that's a natural sunscreen that they emit from the glands behind their ears, and then they'll go and rub it against a tree and rub it all over their body, and that protects them from the very harsh North African sun where they're from. So absolutely amazing animal. So tell me a little bit about these pygmy hippos. Honestly, I don't know that much about them.
They are from Central Africa.
Yeah.
Everyone know that.
Yep.
And they are from the rainforest.
One of the reasons I wanted to feature her is because I thought when you told me the story about how you got these two and how Mr. Ambani rescued them, I couldn't believe it. So get this, right? These pygmy hippos were in a hotel pond in Sri Lanka, okay? That means these animals had been collected likely from the wild and somehow smuggled from Central Africa to Sri Lanka, where some of the most dangerous and aggressive little chubby hamsters you've ever seen were hanging out in a hotel pond as a spectacle for tourists. And then Mr. Ambani heard about this, went down there and rescued them and brought them to this oasis. That's like deciding to get, you know, a killer wolf as a pet and put it in your hotel lobby and be like, go pet the nice friendly dog. I mean, I cannot, right? I cannot think of a worse pet to have at a hotel than these guys, which are so notoriously cheeky and horrible. I mean, even what we're doing right now is quite dangerous.
Even that's why I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at. I'm just observing the animal. You know.
Well, I think it's so fantastic what you guys are doing here, and the fact that you saved these two little hippos. Because you know what would have happened? They would have ended up hurting someone, probably a tourist. Somebody would have been hurt, and they would have been put down.
Exactly.
And that would have been the end of it. Well, another life goal for me here, as far as seeing an animal that I never really thought I'd get to interact with and seeing it so peaceful. This is a very cheeky, very aggressive creature. And instead of being upset, she's as calm as a pygmy hippo can be. She's as calm as can be. She's sitting there having a chomp on watermelon. Well, this is amazing. This place is incredible. We've barely even scratched the surface. I mean, I've seen 2,000-3,000 animals in the last 2 days. And that's not even the beginning. Let's go see some big cats, shall we?
Yeah, we have.
Let's do it.
But before we go check out some insane color morph tigers, let's go see some rhinos
Color
that were
morph?
rescued
What?
from a flood.
One of the coolest things here, I think, at Ventara is the fact that you guys are working to save Indian rhino, which are in a lot of trouble, like all rhinos. So how did you end up with these guys?
See, we rescued these guys from the Assam flood.
Basically. Oh, there was a huge flood in Assam.
Yes, they were very small calves, when they rescued, and now they are enjoying this 5-acre land.
That man
5
looks like
acres
he
just
has
for 2 of them.
armor on,
Yeah.
bro. That man walking like he a
And
tank,
the
bro.
natural 2 water bodies.
Yeah.
You can
What?
see the natural
Oh,
2
I
water
saw
bodies.
them wallowing
This
in the
dude,
water.
look at that
They're-
skin,
I
bro.
can
Look
see
at
they're
that
a bit
guy.
cheeky,
But he
so
got
we must
armor
slowly
plates,
make
bro. That
our
man
way
got like
down.
10
Charge
plates, bro.
anytime.
I can see that. They're going to start, hopefully you boys can move. But
Yeah,
see
you
the
can see.
nose starting to come up now and the ears going forward? That's cheekiness coming.
She is Sukani and the male is Bishwajit. And both rescued from the different village of Assam.
And brought together.
Exactly.
And
What if they
they're
just
paired
run
up.
at y'all right
I
now?
love it. Look at them. They're sweet. They're sweet, but
They are
not
not
that
fully
sweet.
grown, they are not adult completely.
Yeah.
They are still. That's
Yeah.
why they are, because basically
Hey,
the
hey,
Indian
hey.
rhinos are, solitary animals.
So really cool there, the right thing to do. It's interesting because you probably could stay in with the rhinos, but the thing is one head shake,
That's enough.
It's enough.
Yeah,
That's all it
enough,
takes. The power of these animals, you cannot imagine. Because literally just like, if they saw you like a fly, just
Exactly.
that's irritating, you're smushed, you're dead. So, you do have to give them respect, and it's a
They
pity that we
are-
have to be through the bars, but this is not an electric fence. This is not
Nothing,
something,
nothing.
it's just a bar. And I mean, look, at the end of the day, the
Sunny.
truth is, they're not angry animals. You see, like I'm right here. Yes, they could charge, whatever, but they're not. They're choosing to be very calm. They're just happy to have
He
food,
probably
but
made
right
the-
thing to do,
the-
the
that
respectful
guy so
thing to do
nervous
for the
when he did
animal
that
is
just
not
now.
encroach on their space. Sit here,
'Cause
let
he's
them
not
have a
even
munch.
doing that.
They
He's not
obviously
petting
love
them.
you. They
He's not
came
doing
running
none
over
of
to
that
see you. And I think the fact that you guys are rescuing these animals from India, animals that are in such jeopardy globally,
That's
all
amazing.
rhinos, and here they are living their best life.
Yes.
Literally, it's
100% you can
absolutely
see.
awesome. Oh, Kyle's been got. Did you get that?
That man got his shirt.
That's funny. Kyle got.
That man
Oh,
pulled his
that's
shirt
funny.
and took
That's
off. He
funny.
said,
Oh,
"Hey, big dog,
cheeky
I'm right
girl.
here."
What you can't see is on the back here.
no.
Look over here. Is this huge lake. Rhinos love mud. They need it for their skin. They need it to wallow. They need it for sunscreen. They've got it all right here at Ventara. It's absolutely awesome. What else should we go see?
Tigers.
This is a crazy story that we're going to tell because they have all kinds of different genetic variations, morphs, hybrids of tigers. Let's go see them.
Before we go into the ugly part of the tigers, the tiger breedings,
Yeah.
and I'll show you some of the pure breed in Vantara.
That's a beautiful wild Bengal tiger. This is what a tiger should look like. This is
Exactly.
probably a wild-caught animal, right?
Exactly, it's a wild rescue.
Yeah, from a well
Bro,
or
how are they
wildlife
catching these
conflict or
animals?
something like that.
These ain't no
Oh,
small
thanks.
animals. These is
Look at
big
this.
monstrosity. Like these is some.
Look at
Like
this.
every
So
single
here
one of
he's
these
sitting,
animals
he's
could
cooling
kill
down.
you,
See
bro.
that panting?
Yep.
That is a heat release, and he's sitting in the water. He's venting out the heat. He's cooling his body down.
Yep.
And we're very lucky because Bengal tigers, like one like this, a real one, very shy.
Now you have seen the beautiful Indian tiger here in this enclosure.
Yep.
Now we are going to see the ugly part of captive breeding.
Okay, let's go.
And after we check out these odd color morph tigers, we're going to play a little game with them that I like to call drone enrichment cat and mouse.
Hi. Hello, big boy.
Tigers are not supposed to look like this. These are selectively bred color morphs.
Exactly.
Explain it to me because I don't really understand the morph world at all.
All right. Normal tiger color is orange.
Right, the beautiful Bengal tiger.
Perfect,
We've seen
perfect.
it. I know what it looks
Exactly.
like. Yes,
But
this
here,
is not that.
Here you can see the different morphs. Two morphs you can see here.
Yeah.
One is snow tiger and the
Okay.
other one is golden tiger or the tabby tiger.
Uh-huh.
Because it's completely captive inbreeds.
And it's changed a lot about them, right? And I think that's important to note. Tigers are a solitary animal. Look
Now
at them
what,
here.
what you are
There's
seeing
6
is
in here. How
exactly.
many are in here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here we have 7 here.
7. Yeah.
Because
Why?
basically we got a group of these tigers.
Yeah.
And when we started separating, we all know they are solitary.
Yeah.
But when we started separating them and we observed the cortisol level in fecal matters, but it's showing very high.
So they were stressed out.
Exactly. When we separated
Look at
them,
this.
they
That's
are
not
showing
solitary behavior.
exactly.
And I think it's important that the audience knows about this. It's kind of a sad story.
Right.
Tigers in the 1980s were a hot commodity. And I mean, they still kind of are today, right? Tiger kings and things
100%,
like that.
yeah.
But in the 1980s, you could buy a tiger for 10 grand or something, keep it in your living room. There was
Yep.
no regulation.
Yep.
And then people didn't just want a tiger. They wanted a white tiger or a black tiger or one with no stripes.
Exactly.
Or
The
one
demand,
with,
the demand of the different morphs increased.
Right.
That's why genetically engineered.
Right.
That's why now we are suffering a lot.
Yeah.
Our entire Vantara team,
Yeah.
the veterinary team, the biological team, everyone is suffering a lot because if there is a small injury,
Right.
it'll take minimum 1 to 2 months for the proper healing because most of them are hemophilic.
No way.
Most
So
of
that's
them,
all from the genetic inbreeding.
Yes.
So it's ruined their health.
genetically they are very poor.
Yeah.
That's what we understood. So it's heinous, really.
Yeah.
And unethical.
Yeah,
from the
it is
natural.
unethical. It really
Unethical
is.
and natural from the natural. It's far from the natural breeding.
Right.
It's wow effect in other zoos and everywhere. Wow effect. Wow, it's a golden tiger.
Right.
Wow, it's a snow tiger.
Right.
But at the end, these animals are suffering a lot.
But what's important to note here, and what's so important overall, is that Mr. Ambani and what you guys at Ventara here don't say no to any animal.
Exactly.
This is so much more stress for the keepers here at Ventara to take care of these animals because these are unhealthy inbred animals. And it puts tons of stress, resources, time, probably heartbreak on the keepers just to take care of these
they
animals.
are enjoying now. We are trying to bring them back to the wilderness because in the wild they'll come across with a different fecal matters.
Of course, yeah.
So we are trying to bring them back to their wilderness. So now you can see we have done some of the feeding arrangement on the top of that logs. They'll climb onto that.
They love it. They love it. It's a playground.
Exactly.
It's a
Now
playground.
they are showing their natural behavior.
Yep.
Most of our animals are showing the natural behaviors. Climbing, they enjoy the water. You can see the water body. See there?
Oh,
One
yeah,
is
he's
lying
going
inside
for a
the water
swim.
body.
Yeah.
They enjoy the water body, everything. They
He's
feel
having a
everywhere.
swim, he's having a sniff, he's having a climb, they're having a good time.
And moreover, in Ventara, another important part of enrichment is we used to shift these animals to the another paddocks after 2 to 3 months. So they are getting new environment after 2 to 3 months. Always lifelong, he's not here. This group is not here.
Yep.
They'll be moving to another different enclosure every 2 to 3 months.
Yep.
So none of our animal is showing the stereotypic behavior that you can see now.
Right.
So they are enjoying their life in Ventara.
I love it. Even if they're freaks of nature, they're very beautiful.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Say in nature you won't find all these. Even we can't say suddenly a mutational change of these the white colors because the mutation means they have to adapt to the environment. Mutation means because the snow tiger it's adapted to the snowy area to camouflage.
Of course, it's
but
not
the
for
white
this,
tiger means in the forest white color means it's not a camouflage.
Yep.
They'll be identified some other animals or the human beings and they'll be shoot.
Right.
So now that we've seen these insane looking tigers, let's throw the drone up in the air for a giant game of cat and mouse.
What's this, big boy? What's this? So as you can see, these guys are very playful and they want some BE, some behavioral enrichment. So I've got Tommy over here. I'm gonna have him fly the drone and have them chase him around. So go ahead, Tommy, put it up. Practice bird hunting, right? We got the drone in the air for the tigers to chase. And as you'll see, the tigers are back here right now. Watch what happens when I start running. Come on, get me, big guy. Look at him just going for it. Going for it.
But they would. See, I was gonna say they would eat him, but none of them are opening their mouth. They're just kind of like playing low key.
Oh, she wants it, Tommy. She wants it. Oh, she wants it. There you go. Oh boy, you are so close. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, look at him. He's climbing the tree. Look at that. How cool is that?
That's
He's climbing
crazy.
the tree to go for it. Yeah, go right down. I dare you. Too close. They're going to get it. They're going to get it. Oh, she's looking at it.
I'm wondering why they don't jump.
So we're going full tiger play and behavior here. And you can see Tommy's got the drone going over here. And they're loving it. Look, he wants to jump. He wants to eat me. I mean, this is like for literal circus
he wants
tigers.
to jump.
These
He
guys
wants
are
to
getting
eat
such
me.
a good lot of stimulation.
You being
and
real,
enrichment.
bro.
And
You
it's
being
fun for me.
real.
I'm getting all sweaty running around. It's great. Fun for everyone. I like it. All
that's
right,
crazy.
let's land the drone. That was awesome. It was a fun little bit for me, a fun little bit for the tigers. Look, Ventara is absolutely incredible. We have barely scratched the surface here. There are hundreds of thousands of rescue animals with infinite amounts of stories, troubled past, insane recoveries and recuperations, and we're gonna be coming here as much as we can and showing you guys this insanely exclusive behind-the-scenes look at what these animals and the amazing people that are working with them are doing. Like, comment, and subscribe below. Let me know what else you'd like to see at Ventara, because I promise you, they've got it.
W freaking animals.
Ay, 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 how you made this shit go? Bitch, I got gas like a sicko. She poppin' pussy like pimples. Send my brother like kinfolk. You get spun in the simple.